be good. Let's switch over. That's not how I switch over. That's how I switch over. Whoa. Puyo Tetris. Let me just get to main menu stuff. Like that.
I'm here.
Get that music off. Put on the other music if I can find where it is. There we go. Hopefully that's a good volume. I think I've left it the same volume all the time. So we're hopefully good this time. And then let's get this open and then I think we're good. So let me turn up my volume a bit. There we go. Get this, that. Great. Boom, there we go, perfect. Cut off Ringo's face again, no problem. Are we good? I think we're good. I think. No guarantees on that one. Okay, no, I think we're actually good. Okay, so to actually wait, I'm gonna cut this off a bit. Looks weird. I'm being picky. I shouldn't be picky, but I am. Bam. And then let's make sure I'm not drawing on the thing again. Alright, so today's practice, as the title says, is trying to create a level playing field. What exactly does that mean? It means basically what it sounds like. Let me draw up a quick example. So, if people saw my practice last week, well, let's just use a different color. If people saw my practice last week, then you saw that I was doing counter builds, and counter builds were all about getting a few columns really high up so that they could take garbage pretty well. This practice is going to be basically the opposite. We're going to be trying to keep our playing field as level as possible. So build stuff like this. That you can get a chain, looks cool, and it's pretty flat. But why do we specifically want to do that? The main reason is that if we have pieces that are more level, it means that, well, it means two things specifically. It means that it's pretty easy to have more area to work with and more control over it because we can affect this entire area, whereas if we're building really high, then we can't really get pieces necessarily exactly where we want them, or specifically without wasting pieces. So what do I mean by that? Let me draw up a little bit more. So this is pretty flat, but let's say we get a bit crazy and we build something like this. So we've built this chain. Let's not use that color there, let's use a yellow. So we've gone to this point. How do we work with this though? Now our only trigger, we have our reds here, so it's not too bad. But if we're trying to build with the yellow as our trigger, we're gonna have to climb up pretty high. We're gonna need this many pieces to get back up there. And what are some ways that we can combat this? Well, there's definitely like other build options we could have done. If we had the yellow this way, then this chain actually just kind of works. But maybe we just got a bunch of reds before we even obtained that yellow, so we built it like that. We could, I guess, hold on, actually, we can use green for this. So because this is so high up, we're now kind of wasting pieces in order to go up here. And we're not necessarily always wasting them. There's lots of techniques you can do in order to make the most use of your pieces, things like that. But it is still like difficult and it's a hassle to try and get pieces in like that. So let's try a different build example for that case. Let me erase. I should just learn to use the clear all button. So let's build our usual GTR. Just because it's an obvious turnaround. Let's build pretty standard sandwich. Okay, great. Actually, you know what? Sorry, let's actually do it the opposite way. Let's actually build a much flatter build. Well, this is kind of the same as the L shape. Never mind. Yeah, we should have just stuck with. Should have just stuck with this. Bam. Okay. So let's say right now we're pretty level. It's nice. Even with this, it's not that bad because we can still build a sandwich up here. If we start getting crazier with that though, say we have these blues up here, and then we get the rest of our trigger. Great. Then now we kind of have to, unless we're just popping our blues right away, then we're going to have a very hard time extending this build. Because in order to get anything up there, we're going to need to throw some pieces, which are just use yellows for now, up here. Great, we try and continue our chain, however we choose to continue it. Put like a red in there, but then we have to keep repeating this process. Like, it's not space efficient whatsoever to try building like that. There's a certain point where you want to kind of stop building in one section. Sorry, 1 second. What's my phone want? Wait, I might actually know what this is. It is what I thought it was. Okay, never mind. But yeah, you can see that we're kind of wasting pieces to get up here. And there's probably like other cool tricks to like make the most use of this. Tailing comes in handy in certain scenarios, but overall, like, we're gonna have trouble building our trigger from this point on. Whereas if we thought about how we were going to keep the playing field level beforehand and just said, like, at this point we don't want to build higher because it's really inconvenient. We want to just keep this being our actual trigger. Well, that's a bad color to pick. And use this as our point, and we say, hey, this is where we're drawing the line on this. And then we can actually like build in a straight line without needing to waste any Puyos to keep our placement higher. The other reason, I can't really show this one well, but the other reason is just for the speed that you build in, because if the flatter your stack is, the more opportunities you have to place pieces without splitting them. If you've played Puyo enough times, you've probably seen like what it's like to split Puyos. If you don't split Puyos, they kind of just lock into place right away, and it's great. If you split them, you've got to wait for this entire thing to drop down and then lock. So if you're trying to build really specifically, and you see like there's a good spot for 2 Puyo, but you have like, I guess I could have just left that there. Like you want to place one piece up here and the other piece in column 5, you're losing a lot of time. That's almost like 2 pieces worth of time. And that doesn't sound like much to begin with, but in the long run, like if you're playing pretty high level, how fast you get things done is pretty important. But yeah, that's going to be the 2 things. Well, that's the main thing I want to work on, is thinking about how to build. Mostly like the first scenario I gave is my main problem. Like this, well not this because I'm actually drawing it properly, but I would build on top of the turnaround way too much because I was uncertain of how I would build this scenario here. And then I would build too high, and then I'm kind of stuck on how to build this next section. So ideally, I'm going to figure out how to keep myself building not like that. No, it sounds pretty basic, but yeah. That's basically my goal. It's the idea of saying, hey, when do I need to stop my turnaround? This is the point for it. Obviously, things are never going to be perfectly level. The main thing to note is what row our trigger point is on, and trying to keep around that area and not building a trigger that's like 2 or 3 Puyo higher than the rest of my floor. At least that's what I'm hoping for in my head. There's no guarantee on that. I will just try my best and see how it goes. Oh hey, S2. But yeah, there's other like tricks you can sort of do. Like, let's say you already started building, like I guess one more example is if you're kind of building kind of high. Or at least I'm going to try and draw this. I'm not very good at drawing this stuff out yet. Dude, I don't even know how I want to build this. I didn't think this through that far. Sure, maybe next time I'll try and come up with examples beforehand. Let's say we got that, and then we started building, already started building a lot higher on this portion. That, got the yellow, and we got our greens and a red here. This is great and all, But how are we going to get back up here? We've wasted all the space. Well, if you know what you're doing for tailing, you can always work on a tail to fill in the other side. So we can start making a chain like this. Obviously, you're not going to always get exact pieces. But look, we just put in 2 links on the tail, and now we're back to where we want to be. Yes, hello again, S2. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Hopefully. But yeah, with those 2 links, now we've actually made our board reasonably level again, and we have this space to work with. Maybe we need one more link, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's still not the easiest thing to access. If we build it like this, then we can kind of re-access this point. Cool. I'll just use that as my example. I think that'll work fine enough. I always think this is Yu's theme, but it's Amity's theme. I made that mistake like almost every single time. But yeah, so there isn't going to be any like one big thing I'll be practicing today. It's just going to be trying to watch how I build and see if I can catch myself when I'm building too high beforehand. Let's close this up. Let's move it over to the side. And I want to play Puyo Fever again. Maybe someday. Okay, we did it. We finished the example. Also, for once I'm like not going to eat a full meal on stream. I do have a snack, but I'm making sure I wait until after streaming to have dinner. So let's see, I should also take one of these off. Let's think about how I can build this. I don't know if I'd actually make that decision. Normally I'd be much slower on it. That seems okay. Whoa, 24 bits from S2, so you're so kind, thank you. I don't even know what I do with this piece, so it's already kind of awkward. That wasn't really smart. That was me not thinking nearly well enough. So I'd probably put this piece up here. I don't like where that piece was going to go, but I don't like where things are now either. I guess if we're careful, we can make this work. This isn't really going to be the best example of this. Because now I have, because of these reds, I'm stuck making some kind of sacrifice like this. Oh wait, I actually need a green there. I don't know why I placed the other piece there beforehand. So, you know what? I didn't actually need that. But now we're struggling to find a yellow. Okay, we got it. This is like already kind of ugly. We wasted some stuff on the side. Okay, whatever. It's not that good. That one wasn't really caused by a height difference. That was just poor building choices and running into color conflicts. I'll try this. So far, it seems okay. We do want to keep our mind open about how this will be built in the end. So if we try raising this up, it's not too bad. We're kind of wasting this green, but it's going to be added to our tail, so that's not actually too bad. That being said, I'm not sure how I will work with these pieces. We still have at least level enough in this spot, but right now, I think it's just because I have these extra pieces here that I didn't use efficiently, that this spot's actually not going to be that useful to work with. It's like... Okay, we actually kind of have some stuff now. Not really. Not really, but it sort of worked. But again, there's so much wasted stuff on the right. I won't really say, again, that that's the whole issue with it being level. That's just an issue with me not being the most optimal builder currently. I don't know if I like this choice, but we're going to try it. No, I definitely don't like that choice. Now I 100% regret it. Because now I'm stuck figuring out how I'm gonna get these blues in. I can't just, no I can't, it would just color conflict. Dude, making like so many other bad choices. And I get like one of the issues is just like my speed when I build stuff. Not that, by that I specifically mean like how fast I build normally. What am I doing here? Like trying to get fancy or something. You know, let's just clear this. Dude, nice harassment. So far this isn't too bad. I'm not really sure what I'd do with these pieces, and because we're taking so long to get a green, we kind of have to unoptimally fill this. But we got it now, so it's not too bad. Might just clear this. Yeah, I'm okay with that. You know what? This is actually okay now. Oh, except with the green's power. I did not notice that. And because I placed that green there, turned out not actually that good. Ugh. Calculus. Yeah, so far I haven't run into the exact problem so much, but that's probably partially because I'm looking so hard for it. What did I do wrong? Oh, I see how that should have been. Okay, I screwed that up horridly. So, like I mentioned about the whole soft dropping thing, if we place it like this, which might still be the best choice anyway, but like, look at that drop time. It's never really ideal. This height difference is actually pretty bad though. Mostly because we built stairs on this. How do we really work with that? We can just use this as our harassment, I guess. Is that something I would do? Yeah, it's something I could believe myself doing. And we got a cool chain there. I think it's actually an all clear at that point, but we're not here to do all clears right now. That choice sucked. Yeah, now these choices are getting pretty ugly. And see, because I have this, I don't know how I'm supposed to build my trigger off of this. So we can just do that. Oh wait, no, we cut the blue, so we popped it that way. We are just like not doing that well in general today. It's okay. It's a bit weird to figure out how we'll build this part, but we'll figure it out. See, now we're starting to build a gap here, which is not good. Especially because it's both red. So I guess part of this whole height difference thing is going to be seeing color conflicts a lot better. Because right now, most of my issues are just from the color conflicts I'm running into. Do that to sort of build stuff, but it's not really ideal. We made a chain here, but I don't feel it's good enough. Kind of sloppy. It still wasted some phases near the end. It's gonna be tough for me, but I guess that's why I'm trying to practice it. It's because I know it's gonna be tough, and I need to do things to help open my mind to get more used to those things. How would we do this? It's kind of an okay chain, but see, we're wasting a lot of space here again. Do we have a good way of tailing this? Not really. This sort of helps open stuff for us, but it's not really anything I like. Yeah, now we can't really do the greens on our tail because of how this is. we can keep working towards a tail. At this point, I don't really like this. We're just gonna pop in. I forgot a green in column 1. Nice. Yeah, we ended up wasting a bunch near the end, just because we didn't finish our tail properly. We'll try a different form. Let's do something a little different. I don't know what I do with this. Could do that. Is that the best thing to do? I have no idea. Do that, that's actually pretty flat. I like that. I don't like that though. Still need this yellow and this red because of color conflict. Again, we kind of have to do this, but it's not actually the worst. This is a bit awkward because now that column's like pretty unusable, but it's actually not too bad. I didn't think about how to do this part though. Oh wait, those yellows and blues are in the opposite order that I wanted them. Oops. Like it just cuts out one by one. Honestly, that wasn't too bad. It was pretty easy to build with. One moment. Check the messages. Okay, cool. Should like try to draw a line on my thing to make it more apparent what my image was. It's a bit late for that. It's the best way of doing this. I don't know if that's actually good. Oh, see, here's where I start doing the mistake I usually make. But maybe it'll be okay. Oh wait, God, I keep doing that same color conflict now. It's kind of gross. Maybe I'll need a lesson for myself just on those color conflicts. It's okay so far. This might get a bit tricky though. What do we do with this? This piece is actually a bit too low. We can do some weird thing like this, and I guess we're doing something with it, but it's not really that good. How do we actually make this work? No, I straight up don't like that. That was pretty bad as well. We're gonna cut those blues now, dude. We're just like doing so many color conflicts. This is pretty bad. Pretty bad. Also, I heard a noise. What was that? Oh, we're coming with the host. Thank you. Let me just move that over so I can see both things. Let's do all shape again. All shape always feels nice. Do that. Whoa, looks so cool so far. Not sure how I feel about it now. That's not too bad. That probably wasn't optimal. Do that. This part's kind of flat. Like if the edges go up, that's pretty okay because we know how we can work with that. Do that. Oh, this is okay. So far, I am down with this chain. I'm a little less down with it now. So I don't know what to do with these extra pieces. I'm struggling a little to figure out what they should be. Yeah, now I'm just like kind of greedy up here. Those two greens I placed were pretty bad. Like now we fixed it and now it's okay. but up until then it was pretty bad. Do that. I just realized that's not going to work well. Oh shit. Oh, I couldn't get up. We're pretty screwed now. I don't know, I was doing some weird greedy stuff. Don't mind me. The chain was good. And we can just cut it forwardly. Yeah. Nice. Great. You know what? We should probably just end our chain now. We should probably just be smart. But you know what? We wanted to try and get more links in anyway. Good enough. But that was kind of okay. Felt like things were somewhat controllable. I didn't have to do any weird sacrifices. At least I don't think I did. What do I do here? Shoot. I don't know if that was what I wanted to do. That was pretty awful now. Well, I just regret making that choice to begin with. Oh, it's so clean. That means I'm going to screw it up pretty soon. I'm not versatile enough with handling these groups of pieces. I'm still too formal in my structure, I think. Let's clear this. That'll make it look nice. Wow, it's so beautiful. Oh, there we go. There's the height difference I wanted to avoid. Because now it's like, how are we going to fill in this spot? We have this really awkward column 3. There, I finally made an example showing what I didn't want to do. We've achieved it. So now the real question is, how do we fix this? In this example, I'm not entirely sure. It's just kind of ugly and bad. But we're kind of making the most of it. It's not anything too bad. Oh wait, we can just pop our chain like this. You know what? That's kind of okay. We'll take it. You can see we had to kind of waste 2 reds to get back up there, and that's not really ideal. That's one of the main areas I struggle with in general, is that position between the turnaround and just going the other direction again. It's okay, we got flute music. Flute music is pretty good. Actually, you know what? This isn't that bad. I could have definitely had worse scenarios. And I see how I'd want to tail with this, though. Can I get the pieces I want to tail the way I want? That's going to be a hard to answer question. Oh, it doesn't even necessarily work now. Oh, wait, though, that was an ugly choice. Dude, it's okay. 3 chain harassment. Intentional. Dude, we're so good at this game. Okay. Oh, we actually made this kind of work, and it's back to like something that was reasonably level. That's great. Exactly what we want. Oh, this next part's not really that good. Okay, we'll just clean that up and pretend we saw nothing. So this isn't good either, dude. Yeah, but that's kind of outside of what we wanted to talk about today. Okay, there. It only took like 100 extra clears, but we got to our chain again. Calculate, yeah. Dude, I love calculate. I didn't realize I used the blue for the last part of my tail. Oops. Let's go back to GTR stuff. Let's do that. Seems okay. See, I'd probably put this piece like that, but I feel like that's just wrong. We can actually place 2 reds here. Obviously, we don't really want to waste too much space, but it's not as bad if we at least use it to power our chain. And we'll stick with these colors. If we switch it this way, we have to build up a lot, so we'll actually do this for now. I realize that those blues kind of cut if I do it that way, so that wasn't the best way of handling it. But at the very least, oh wait, I clearly did what I was talking about. Oops. There you go, we have some sort of tail going on. Oh, I didn't do that right at all. It's okay. But now we need to somehow not cut our chain. We're already cutting our chain with that blue. This one specifically. Oh, dude, I like these pieces we're getting. Now that's gonna cut for sure. Trying to finish this chain without dying. I'm pretty certain this cuts somewhere. Yeah, those reds actually aren't important, so that's not too bad. Oh, I cut the greens though. That was just one link. Oh no, there's the blues. Yeah. Yeah. You love this game because they scream the best things, dude? Yeah. Alright, let's try a sandwich chain. I already don't know what to do with this one, so we'll just build this part flat. And then I'll cry because I don't know what to do with this. This sucks. This is not good choices at all. Have to do like some weird stairs thing to fix this, and that kind of defeats the purpose. Yeah, that's just gross. Let's go back to L shape. L shape I seem to be doing at least a little better with. I say that, but now I'm like, oh, I already made some weird decision. What was that about? Yeah, we'll figure it out. I believe in us. I believe. I like this piece. Solved it. Now it's like we can do this, which sort of works, but we're still kind of sacrificing. So actually, you know what? Maybe it's not that bad. Maybe it's bad because I don't know what I'm doing with this column. That decision I made was not that smart. Alright, we'll get rid of it. Bam, there you go, it's gone. Yeah, the way we... Oh, wait, no, now we can't do the color we want there, so this has to become a harassment, which isn't good. And thus, the perpetual cycle. Oh, also because... No, hold on. No, I don't need to hear all these ones again. Oh, wait, nope. 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 Remember I keep saying I'll get like a different playlist eventually, and I never do it. But one day. But yeah, now it's like, oh, how much stuff do we have to sacrifice to fill in these spots? Yeah, it's just kind of gross at that point. Let's try doing sandwich stuff again. After this, I'll try. So if I just kind of rush what I'm building without too much thought. You know what? This actually turned out okay. And then we'll switch it up a bit here. Oh, remember I said switch it up. Let's fix that first. We can actually do it this way, because we have enough pieces to kind of work with. I'm trying to be really safe about this. This is probably okay. It's a bit hard just because our column 6 is so low, and we need blues that we're going to have to do the splitting, which again was something we were trying to avoid. But I know you can't avoid it 100%. That is 100% not how I want that, but you know what? We'll actually make the most of this one. Like that. And then we cry from this decision, so let's try and fix that before anything else. Now these pieces aren't really that needed. And let's clear these out as well. those greens actually work for us. Nice. We kind of got lucky on a lot of pieces there. But this is easily the cleanest chain we built today. This is a 15. Dude, it's a 15. Oh yeah. It's beautiful. Deserves eating more snack. Makes 15 chain. Need to study more. That sounds like me. Let's save that just so I can go check it later. I feel like sandwich chains, I'll do a little better at row height just for the fact. Yeah, we're gonna need to try and figure out different chaining. Here we go. What are we doing? This seems so bad. Whew. No. It's kind of a makeshift chain. And because I tried making blue my trigger there, it doesn't. No, it's just ugly. That was just bad and gross and bad. We'll go back to some DTR basics. Wait, that doesn't. We didn't get the other yellow. I totally forgot about it. Sorry, 1 second. Oh, okay. Back we go. Let's try this again. Maybe with a little less bad. That's always appreciated. This is okay so far. I don't think it matters how I build that. I'm not really sure how I tail this spot. So you know what? We don't have to tail. Like I do. Oh, look at how bad this is now. Remember that thing I was talking about? It's like, hey, what are we gonna do? 3 yellows will help raise this, but now we're still kind of on that stuck point of, oh, what are we doing? Because we didn't really set up our chain to work well for a tail, we're just in like this weird predicament, which eventually we got a chain off, but that was pretty ugly, and it's not even that good. Yeah, who cares? I should probably care, but at least right now I'm just trying to get chains out quick. Let's do it. Oh, I can do that. I don't like doing that, but it's too late. It's okay so far, so let's think. We need 2 greens here. That yellow works there. We do that, and then that actually works okay. We don't want 2 greens here. So we'll go like that. You know what? That's actually, this is turning out pretty well. This is definitely solid. Yeah, that actually works for the last part. We might be losing a piece or 2 of efficiency here. We do need this still. Now, the second turnaround, something I always have problems with. That's nothing new for me. So if I start making mistakes on that, I can live that down. Having this be green is a little awkward, so let's try changing it to red. I actually realize I have no idea how that would work. I also don't know how I'm going to fix the amount of blues I need at this last part. So you know what, this just wasn't a smart way of building this transition. Maybe there's a way I could have worked it out better, but the way it was currently was just not good. It's probably gonna cut now. Yeah, those reds cut. Those are so clean to start. At least I felt like I was noticing a lot. Oh, I even cut the greens. Oh, that was pretty ugly. It's like, here I don't know what if I want to do. Do I want flat or do I want like this? We'll do it flat. Yeah, maybe it was just not a good decision. You know what? I retract what I thought. So maybe stacking it a bit higher would work better for that specific scenario. Maybe. I can do like that because we had the other pieces coming up. Do this. nothing wrong with that choice. We're wasting a whole one blue right now, which is honestly okay. And then if we go like this, it's actually not like that good, but we do still kind of keep our chain going the way we want. And we even have that. You know what? That's not bad. It's not bad. We still need this here and another yellow. Oh, and also those blues cut now. Unless I clear those up. But so far it's like not anything too terrible. This is how we have those reds right now, is pretty inconvenient. Like if I clear those up, then we get back to our chain, which is nice. No, let's just pop that chain. That chain's okay. It's not great, but it's not bad. Those blues, oh wait, no, those blues cut that so bad. Cut our chain by one. Planning the second turnaround? Yeah, that one's still a toughie for me. There's gonna be a lesson on that soon enough, for sure. It is something I definitely have a lot of weakness on. But we'll figure it out someday. Do that. How do you want to do this? How would I do this normally? That seems pretty convenient, but is that really the best way? Because now we still have that all this other spot to fill up. Actually, you know what? That's okay. So I think we can work with this. Because that still builds that part fine. We waste a piece here, but now we can actually keep building this the way we want. I don't like that color choice we made though. So let's try and think about how we would make this work. I guess that sort of works, yeah. How do we handle this spot though? Because now we're like got color hard to handle colors the other way. And we're just not really getting the colors we want to see, so let's just clear that. Still build some more sandwich. Salt it. I should have probably tried for this extension. I'll be amazed if that works the way I want it to. It looks okay so far. No, those reds cut. And we don't fix them enough. Ugh, gross. Still at a 10 with that much space though. You made a replay of 15 chains? Dude, nice. 15 chains are always cool to watch. So that's how I'd normally do it. Is this worthwhile? Do that. That's fancy. Oh, we can actually try working out a chain like this. Hey, that's not too bad. We gotta fill in that other spot. But it's okay. So far it is okay. I'm gonna waste. Wait. Oh shoot. Yeah, that yellow's kind of awkward. Well, we screwed up the tail, but we tried. And trying is half the battle. The other half of the battle is getting the pieces you want. Into this awkward position. And I'm just like, what do I do here? And now I flounder pretty hard. Make a bunch of disgusting stuff I regret. Having this much space is like literally the worst. I need to stop building like this. I think we got it. Almost. Do it like this. And then we don't even have... Yeah, we still couldn't get that tail anyway, so that wasn't that good. Algorithm! Still got to a 10 though. Should probably practice against the CPU soon, but that'll be soon. So I kind of rushed that. Is that will get the best of me? Maybe. At least with these pieces, I'm kind of like, what do I do? See, that's the decision I really don't want to make. Let's not do that one. So now we can actually keep our proper row height. This chain still isn't really that clean. Like, I can't look at this chain and be like, man, I'm so happy with this. But it's not awful. That's always good. Do that. And what? Wait, we can continue. It's gonna be tough. Ugh. Let me just clear these out quickly. But what do I do with this space? Got that. We don't want another blue there, else that'll kill that. I think that's okay. I'll be amazed if I didn't cut a bunch of stuff here. The blues cut like 100%. Oh, I didn't even do the other part properly, dude. I'm so bad at second turnaround. Maybe that should have been my topic today. Or at least I'll keep it in mind for a near future topic. I always knew I wasn't that good, dude. Could this chain be any cleaner, though? Oh, such a good start. But that means I'm going to screw it up pretty quickly. Do that. Yeah, how do we build on this if we built this high? What do we do with this yellow? Ooh. Yeah, this is where things get kind of awkward because of how we built. Like, I know this could just turn into harassments and stuff, but that defeats the purpose of what I'm trying to learn. Maybe we could do like this 3 chain to at least fix this part. Fine. And then we got this. I don't even know if that works. But it's okay. We can definitely make it work if we just do that instead. That'll power our chain, that'll power it more. Then I get kind of confused, I don't know what to do with these pieces, and then we'll cry. Can I get that up? Thank you. Oh, it doesn't chain the way I wanted it to. I don't know if that even works now. I think it still works. I think. Yeah, it looks pretty okay. 13? 13's pretty okay. Calculus. Okay, let's go play against the CPU. Basically going to be the same ordeal, but with a little more pressure. This will definitely help us catch our mistakes a little better. Or not catch them, but see what our common mistakes are. Let's get rid of that music. Dude, I love this song, by the way. I could just have this on infinite loop. How are we gonna work with those 2 reds? What an interesting decision on my part. Ooh, no! It's so dumb of me. You can clear stuff, but look how much time you're losing on this. Oh shit, yeah, we just straight up died. Because we were trying to fix our chain and he just attacked. I'm gonna do this, honestly. You know what? I think that paid off. So this might be too low to handle. No, I'm not sure why I chose that way. It was, I thought I had like an inspiring moment, but instead it's me just being dumb. I'm not really sure about this. Let's just pretend that one didn't happen. But yeah, there's definitely like a point. It's always around that area that I make some weird decision that just makes it a little hard to build around it properly. Dude, don't know. I don't know how to get the all clear with that many in this segment, but whatever. Not the point of this practice. That makes sense to make it flat. Do it that way, yeah. I don't know what to do with all. Too many the same color. Dude, I'm losing my voice. That's never good. Yeah, those options made 0 sense to me. What was I doing? I gotta clean that up a lot. Dude, I love that shape. If I do it this way, it's not gonna be hard for me to climb up on. Probably. I guess that one piece there makes this work okay. And that's alright. And then because of this, we're actually pretty good. And we don't need to build more of a tail. I know I want to, but we don't need to. Well, that powers the last part, but overall, like, we kind of kept calm on that, which is good. That's why I need to do more. That was perfect. So let's build, think flat on the mind. This is okay, like building up here is really high is fine because we're not really going to be working with that area again anyway. This piece, however, I'm not really sure how to handle it. We can do that. It seems like kind of a sacrifice. I don't mind doing this so much, but it's still not necessarily ideal. Oh, he's just rushing me. Stop it. Rude. Played pretty open then. That's actually good. We didn't have any hard to access trigger. That's another thing about trying to keep your field level, is just having easy access to your trigger, so that if you have to pop it, you aren't rushing to get like 2 or 3 pieces filling in the gap. Because that's a time loss and just a risk of cutting if you don't know what you're throwing down there. I keep moving pieces one too far to the right. Let's do some sandwich. The fact I chose the same color for both of that is so bad. It's pretty bad. So now we have to waste a piece like that. Not the end of the world, just not ideal either. Okay, we got this basically fixed up. That's good. This chain's okay. This chain's pretty solid. We have like a bit of a tail with those greens there, so that's really good. But yeah, that was actually pretty flat. Calculus. Dude, we got tutorial music going. How could I ever lose? Okay, let's do L-shape this time. I need to learn how to do some other L-shape forms better. I'm still a little too stuck on how to build specific things. But you know what? That turned out okay. Do that to keep ourselves flat. Oh. This getting a little awkward now, but nothing too bad. Oh, please. Wait, we got... Ooh, we saw the extension. Nice. Dude, that chain was so clean. Dude, yeah. Calculus. Oh, no. Dang. I tried. Oh, dude, there's more snacks. Yay, snacks. I remember this is a thing I can do too. Yeah, I see the all clear. We're not going for the all clear. tried too hard to go for that tail. I probably am gonna regret it. I need to. It's like we had the way to access it, but it wasn't that good. He had so much power on his chain. Wow. Wow. Can you stop, please? Can you not be? Holy shit, I'm bad. I need to go read my tutorial again sometime. Pretty sure we're gonna die pretty soon. Just a hunch. Oh, or he might just kill himself. Nope, we're dead. We got a 4. Wow! A 4 to his 8. Ow. That hurts. Let's go back to GTR. Build our stuff, making a chain, it's pretty cool. I don't know what to do with this. So if we're thinking about how we would build our chain in the future, that's not too bad, I think. Oh, this is an awful choice. Dude, how do we access our chain now? Oh shit, we said that to this side of the world. But we weren't gonna fix that anytime soon. What an awful choice. Sometimes we build so nicely, and sometimes we just build an atrocity. Nah, I like this. I think. Oh shit, that was only 3. Not. It's too hard for me to pay attention to like what's going on when doing all this fighting and such. Can you stop, please? Stop being a bully. Oh my god. He's such a bully. Oh, yeah, we were slow. I should have been paying more attention to his board. And by that I mean paying any attention to his board. That works, I guess. Maybe here. How would I handle this piece? Not well. It's not awful. I've got stuff to work with. I mean, no, that was an awful decision. We cut our reds by throwing. Man, sometimes we rush too much. Just a little too much. Wait, whatever you said, whatever. Doesn't matter. Let's try some sandwich again. Who doesn't like a good sandwich? Oh no, that's the same mistake I made before. Like, that just screws up that area. I need to stop doing that. Yeah, like legit, how am I gonna work with this now? Solved it. At least we have 10 years to fix our chain. I guess that counts for something. Oh shit. It's actually pretty annoying. I'm just gonna clear that to do something. No, dude, this person does not leave me alone. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. We're dead. We're dead. Wait, that big won't let us get to our chain anyway. Oh, we are not good today. Might be better the other way, but that's okay. framing anything else. It's like now it's awkward. Now that we built like that, we don't have a lot of space to work with. And we're like kind of fixing it, but not in the way that we're supposed to. We can just pop our chain this way. At least we noticed the alternate trigger. I did not flounder. Calculus.
You're strong. Oh, you're strong. That's not what I expected.
That was perfect.
Probably a big way to commit this, like not in a good way. Okay, we got something though. How do we make this work though? Not the way I just did that. Oh, that's not too bad actually. The piece. No, why'd I clear that? We had our next piece was the piece, but instead of just getting to it, I cleared something else. One day we'll be good at this game. One day. It's okay. It's not great, but it is okay. How are we building our chain after this? I think that works. I think I have a fun way of making this work. I totally forgot about my trigger though. Dude, we are not playing well today at all. I know I've said that like 100 times now, but I'm going to reiterate that I'm not playing well today at all. This chain seems okay. Oh, we put reds in that spot again. Yeah, it's definitely more of an issue with color conflicts we make as opposed to how our actual chain is going. Now because we built our yellow so high to fix that, we're kind of awkward on this. Well, we got our chain at least. Wasn't really that good of a chain, but at least we managed to set it up.
You're strong. You're strong. That's not what I expected.
That was perfect.
I don't know, it's gonna be tough for me to learn all of this. Okay, we can build like this and we won't make the dumb conflict we were making like 100 times over. Okay, that seems decent. That being said, I don't know what to do with these pieces now. This whole area just got really awkward. I guess we can just set this as like a 2-chain harass and then we can still use this. Except we say that we don't want to cover that because he's setting up his chain. See, we didn't cover our trigger that time. Great. I guess that one was a bit okay. Our trigger was somewhat reasonably level. Somewhat. Not super good. Oh, I'm so sleepy.
That was perfect.
How do we work with these purples? It makes almost no sense. Do that. Oh, but look at how high our trigger is. Look at that thing we were trying not to do. How can I tail with this? It's actually not too bad. You know what? That was better than we expected. That's just gonna power again. Right back at you.
You're strong. You're strong.
Ooh, I love this music.
You're strong.
That was perfect.
Oh, dude, is it Yayoi time? I don't even know how to build it properly. Hell yeah.
Solved it.
Do I need to clear that? Probably not.
You fool! Disaster! Calamity!
Can I get that purple, please? Rip. That was kind of okay. Pretty slow, though. Yayoi is the flattest of the builds, so I guess if I really want to learn flat building, I could get used to doing that more. That extra piece actually makes it a little awkward. That's not really what oh. This build really sucks now. I don't even want to look at it anymore. You know what? That was just bad. That was rushed and bad. Yes. How do we work with this area? Probably not the way I just did it. Especially with that. I guess we can just pop it.
Solved it.
You fool! Disaster! Calamity!
Yeah, that wasn't really accessible. There's definitely like so much else I need to work on. So many things I'm just not comfortable enough with yet. That sucks now. Yeah, you can't place greens there because of that. That's just a bad color conflict again. We don't need to do all clears. Gotta do it that way to avoid the conflicts. It's pretty awkward. Let's see if we can make this work the way we want. Honestly, it's not too bad. It's not good. Especially with like this portion now. Let's just clear that. Solved it.
You fool!
That hurts a little bit, but it's not that bad. I don't like how we put these yellows, but we can actually like make it work, and then we get the extension off of it too. Dude, I didn't move the chain as in nice. When do I ever? I also like how you're the only person who reminds me to move it. The only person. At least you showed up though. You reminded me. Thank you. Again. The running trend of this stream now. Or at least the practice streams. One day.
Oh, you're strong. Oh, you're strong.
I don't even really need the chainism up. Like, it's not really showing forms or anything. It's just nice to kind of have something there. I don't like what these choices were. That's just ugly building in general. Did you remember that I was streaming? Hello? Yes, hello. I am indeed streaming. So we can build like that. This might be a little hardcore into the sandwich chain, but oh no, we finally hit a conflict. Gross. We had to waste one Puyo. It's all over. What was that? That was not what I wanted. Well. You know what? This is okay. No, it's not. Let's guess who needs to put that piece awkwardly there. I think we got it, but oh no, there was a garbage in the way. I thought I needed to put that extra space there because I thought the yellows were gonna cut, but I forgot that there'd still be one garbage Puyo. We're bad. We are pretty bad. But it's okay, we got Maguro music. I can't really ever feel bad with this playing. See, I like that. That's okay. It's not like great. It's like mediocre at best. I think we're struggling to figure out how we're working with that part of the chain. I guess we're just looking for a red now. I forgot a purple. Dude, we're so good!
You will never beat me.
I can't wait for the day, like, everything just clicks. Like, I know a lot already clicks for me, but I just wanted to click more. I am not yet satisfied. There's always more Puyo to consume. Do it that way. Oh, that's... I did the exact placement I didn't want to do. Ugh, I don't know if it mattered, but I'm really mad that I rushed and made the mistake that I was trying to avoid in the first place. I need to start just staying calm in those situations. That's fine, we have pieces for it. Sort of. Oh, that's okay. Probably better, actually. This looks familiar. I don't know what I'm looking for anymore. I zoned out really hard on that one. I'll probably have to put some practice into just like that specific area. Because I don't want this to become too much of a running trend. So that placement's probably better than what I would normally do. So we'll see how this pans out. That's kind of a draw, but it's okay. My headset's sliding off. Let's have that not happen, please. Great. I don't know if I like this placement. This placement's fine. It's probably what I would have wanted from the beginning. We're kind of up to where we want to be. No, I thought, I was wondering if I could get a cool way of doing that, but I didn't get it. That's fine. Our chain was still open, minus that really awful cut. That was gross. It still won, but that was pretty gross. I don't know if I'll stream too much longer. I'm like pretty hungry since I'm not having dinner during stream for once. Okay, output doesn't count. Looks nice, but doesn't count. I really like this thing as well. What are we going for here today? Whatever it is like really bad. Well, I give up on that one. Let's try L-shape. L-shape's fun. Especially if I ever start building like other L-shape options. I don't get trapped on this like I always do. It's okay. So far, so good. Go there. Beautiful. We're kind of doing some sacrifice with this stuff. It's not horrid, but it could be a lot cleaner. Do that, that's kind of an easy extension. I would do that sense easily. And also, that wasn't too bad. We did some tailing to raise our right side. Kind of went how we'd want it. I also shouldn't feel too bad, like, even if I'm not doing as well as I'd like, that the fact that, like, my kind of standard for doing well or disappointment is a lot higher than it used to be, like, 6 months ago. I must have been improving if that's changed at least. This one's just, wait, no, this is Color Conflict City. Wait, are we geniuses? Probably not. But we'll try and be geniuses. Does that sound like other stairs? No, we're not geniuses, we're bad. We're just bad. I need to get myself used to seeing more options for this. Ugh. Oh boy, what an attack. It's not like he was ready to whatever. That wasn't good. Not the purpose of what we're doing. We need to try and stay focused. And these are always decisions that are hard for me. That was not the one I wanted though. Ugh. That's convenient. This is where we attempt to do other stuff. Heavy emphasis on the word attempt, by the way. Wait, that color conflicts with that spot. That's not good. I wonder if it's bad that I'm like resetting on color conflicts the moment I see them. Like, it's probably not ideal, but at the same time, like I don't want to waste time. I need to resolve that. Oh, what is this? See, this is what I do too often. I need to stop that. We really need to work out those habits if we want to truly become the best. No, I don't think that's really going to happen for a very long time anyway. Ooh. No, I think we need too many pieces to get up there again. Like, we want to do this, but also because it's just the colors, we have to work with.
You fool! Disaster!
That's my chain. Is my chain even good enough now? Is my chain? No, because there's the yellow in the way. Oops. I forgot how to get rid of that. Nope, no all clears. I seem to like defaulting to sandwich with this build. No, it just feels comfortable to me. We can do Tanaka special with that. Look at this quick harassment, yeah. Look at him counter my harassment like a jerk. People aren't supposed to counter harassments. What? What am I building? Kind of zoned out on how this is going. So we can build like this. Yeah, that's good. We have way too many of these in the way though. Now this part's just not good. Ow. Jeez. Not dead yet. Dude, that doesn't count. I killed my chain and that wasn't even intentional. That was just a pure mess. Some Rulu. Yeah, I should go there if we're trying to avoid color conflict stuff. Yes. This area is a little awkward though. Oh, and because I placed two reds like that, that was actually just bad. Yeah, those were just bad choices near the end. We're building pretty flat, which I guess is good. Like, that's what we're aiming for, but we just made some bad color conflicts. Like, this is as ideal as I want. Oh shit, I'm not paying attention to his chain. Oh, we got it still. That's good. But I should have been paying more attention. We cut our chain by one with that purple. That wasn't too good. Could have had the 10. That was okay. Again, sandwich, I guess because it's such a repeating form, it's so much easier for me to notice the height differences.
That was perfect.
I should probably try some of the other stuff a bit more though. I really miss one a little high. It's okay if we just drop it down.
You fool!
No, that's not that bad. We can live with that.
You fool!
That we need the fact we didn't have our trigger finished. Like we were missing so many pieces for it. I should have looked for a better way to commit there. This is looking a little sketch now. It's okay. Plan harassment.
You fool! Disaster! Calamity! Devastation!
Not one of these things. Shoot.
You will never beat me.
It's probably too high. I'm like actually doing this one on purpose to try and make myself notice it more. Like, okay, there we go. We got to it. No, it probably wasn't. I made that mistake again. It's becoming way too common. It's like, oh, how are we gonna have a gap? Like, I can do that. I need to stop doing that. Oops, I did not mean to change modes. My bad.
I'm here.
You'll learn your place.
Dude, I've already learned my place. And it's apparently way too high up. Let's see what we can do. What would I want with this? This is pretty awful. I'm not really sure how I'm trying to build this. Okay. Let's try that again.
You fool!
It's okay. Attack. Attack was pretty bad. I need to stop attacking when I don't really have access to my chain easily. You return. Welcome back. Solved it. So many purples. Oh, see, here's a good example of the... Actually, you know what? No, we're okay. No, we're not okay. Chain's too committed, and we needed 2 reds and a purple.
You will never beat me.
Probably shouldn't attempt to record while watching a stream. Yeah, that might not work out too well. Like, you're welcome to try, but yeah, it's probably not recommended. This is a good thing. I'm always down for some Carlo.
You fool! Disaster!
We got such lucky pieces for that. Such lucky.
You're strong. You're
Okay, I won't answer that game.
That's not what I expected.
That was perfect.
Only because you asked me not to. Oasis, nice. Bam! Nice one. Oh, we need. Yeah, these chains are just getting like pretty risky against harassments.
Got it. Solid.
Ow. Oh my gosh, stop. Oh, gross.
Steady.
Yeah, you figured it out, Cam. Good job. I knew you could do it. I rolled this kind of high up. You know what? I don't even feel bad about it. Wait, what is that? Ugh, that conflict was so bad. You want a cookie? You can go bake yourself cookies then. I don't have any cookies to give out. I'm sorry. I'll try and remember cookies next time. I won't remember. This is just bad because I didn't finish this part of the chain. It's level, but not level for what I needed to finish first. No, that's not too high up because we needed this piece here. Now we have it. Yeah, that actually works. I don't think I needed to do that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't need to do that, and that was just me being paranoid. Oops. The other chain seems to work okay. How greedy are we, though? Really greedy. Shouldn't have gone for this. Yeah. Wait, I could have set off my trigger on the left. I actually had an extra trigger to work off of, but I was too focused on that. I guess at least I noticed it at all. Because normally I would just zone out and not see it whatsoever. Yeah, see, look how many pieces we're kind of sacrificing to get that. That is the exact thing I want to stop. And the exact thing I hope I stop soon enough. Bam, harassment. You know what? I just want to set off a chain for once. This is only a 4. We can set off our chain. Oh no, we're low.
You're strong. Oh, you're strong. That's not what I expected.
That was perfect. It really wasn't bad. We can believe. What was that decision? I guess we're making a chain out of this. Do we get any more of those same colors? Got it. Not the worst. That was a pretty bad choice, though. Are we dead? Oh yeah, we're dead. Ugh. Yeah, it still seems like Sandwich is the only one where I'm like actually well focused on this enough to think about what I'm doing and not go insane. Not by much though. Also, what was this choice? This is awkward. Oh, I can't get over now. How you go? That's a pretty poor choice. And there's that thing I was trying not to do. How would I even try fixing that? I don't know. That would be my chain if I did that. So it's not. Oh, look at my chain. I forgot a green. Dude, we're geniuses. I'm so good at this game. This is okay so far. so far anyway. It should be okay. I'm still like sacrificing so much on this now. That's one thing, is that knowing how I wait, that's my whole chain. Wait. It's a nice chain, but it's not what I intended. Alright, I'm gonna do a couple more and then I'm gonna call it for the night. Because I'm getting sleepy. By sleepy I mean hungry. But also sleepy. But also hungry. The two eternal states of my life. Make this work. Wait, I actually need this here. Do you guys know that one? Well, we're actually still pretty okay for the height differences right now. I'm gonna place this piece here so I have something to offset that. Oh shit. We can set up our chain. We countered this well. Haha. Not really, we just get unchained if we set up our main chain with this. That's just us being lucky that the computer is a slightly slower player. Remember when I talked about height differences? It's almost like that was the topic of our stream or something. Yeah. I feel like I didn't follow that too well. Oh, I also really like this theme. This is a good theme. We actually fixed that pretty well. Except for that. No, we were a bit slow.
You will never beat me.
I didn't mean to have it like that. Oh no. Actually, like, mostly fixed. Not really. Dude, how do I not know what I'm doing here? Oh yeah, I should have put the blue in the other spot. Oh, yeah. Oh no, we're still slow. Dude, I was so bad there. I had like so many opportunities to fix my chain, and I screwed up every single one of them. Every single one of them. So that's okay. Sort of. We need so many, yeah, we needed so many greens to make that work. And we had to get two pieces down there if we wanted to pop our purples. So our other trigger wasn't necessarily that accessible anyway. Seems like at least not the best way to handle this. I do legit really like this song though. I could listen to it for almost all the time. How do I make this one work?
You fool! Disaster! Calamity!
I'm like just really slow and bad. Okay, we're not going for all clear. He is. But I think we punish his all clear. Aha! That's a moral victory. I think long GTR is one of the ones I have the worst problem in the whole trying to build the same height level on. So what do I do with this? I guess we can do that. But I need those blues. So I'd have to make some weird sacrifice like this. That seems really ugly. Why would I ever have to do that? And now I'm building high again? Yeah, like, long GTR definitely seems to be one of my weak points on that. Oh, that was off the split. Yeah, but the split cost me. And I knew it! I knew it cost me. It's probably just not a good way to build, but I'm already sort of committed to it. Wait, how do I make this work now? Dude, we're so bad. That's a lot of blues. More blues than I'm willing to handle. Do that. And then we actually have this part kind of open. That'll make our chain still work. We have to sacrifice one piece here. But overall, it's not going to be worst. We didn't die, we actually got to our chain. That's a miracle. Calculus.
You're strong. You're strong. You're strong. That's not what I expected.
That was perfect.
That was perfect. Let's try L shape one more time. And this will probably be the last chain I do for today. Probably. And well, it's going to build too high if I do that. This, however, is still probably too high. Probably should have done it. Yeah, at least that works. We got to our chain, but that kind of highlighted the kind of issue again of how it was a bit difficult to fit stuff in that area. Alright, but we'll take it. What a good point to end on, at least music-wise. Damn, stop. Don't do... Nope, we're done. No more noises, no more music. We did it. So, moral of this lesson, I'm not very good at this topic. I need to keep a better mindset. I think a good thing for me to do would be to just go draw up a lot of chains and kind of see what forms work good in the turnaround, so that I can see like what kind of heights I'm working with and visualize what would be good for those spots. And then I'm sure just as I make more chains, I'll start getting it more. So it's not like this practice was a waste or anything. It's just, it's going to be a lesson that will take a lot of time. But yeah, for now, I'm going to head out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great night. Take care.